interrupt. In fact, no, do you mind if I quickly grab you for an interview?
Just now?
Yes, please, just while I've got everybody, we can just go out there, it's a wee bit quiet, give you a bit of room and stuff, you know.
Jesus Christ. What are you trying to do, hey?
I didn't mean that.
No, you did it on purpose, didn't it? You want to take my spot, hey?
I didn't mean that, Doug, you know me.
Yes, you did, I know. You wanted to take my position, didn't you? I know what you youngsters are like.
I don't think you're in a position to be picking fights right now. You know I respect you, but don't make me do something I'll regret, and by the looks of things, you're going to regret.
Young man, I could beat you with one leg, one arm, both arms tied behind my back. So don't give me that crap.
Well, Doug, you know, you'd seen you're talking about spots and you're feeling so confident. How about if we have a match, and if I beat you with your bad wheel, then you relinquish your big match against Cody Rhodes. I'll take your spot in the cards. I'll start getting the Doug Williams paychecks and the Doug Williams treatment if you're so confident, because I'm not in a good mood right now, and as I can tell, neither are you.
You know what, Noam? That's perfectly fine with me. You go on your way, young lad. Go on, go on. Oh, just one thing before you go. If I beat you, which is going to happen,
right,
you leave WCPW forever.
Are you on?
See you in the ring, young man.
Watch that leg, mate.
Weighing 217 pounds from Nottingham, England, ladies and gentlemen, this is Joesph Conners!
Later tonight, generations will collide, and the stakes are as high as they can get when Noam Dar takes on Doug Williams. An incredible main event coming up later. But right now, Joesph Conners on his way to the ring. Dave Bradshaw here alongside former British heavyweight champion Alex Shane. And Alex, unbelievably, Dar versus Williams coming up before we go off the air tonight.
Well, it's going to be an incredibly big main event of epic British wrestling proportions. But on this week's opening contest, Joesph Conners is going to face a man who on last week's programme stole the show, also in the opening contest, and we're about to find out exactly who that man is.
Conners with a lot of support from the WCPW crowd since his reconciliation with Joe Hendry.
And introducing his opponent. Weighing in at 183 pounds from Los Santos, Mexico, the Mexican sensation,
Ligero just 1 week removed from a spectacular triple threat match against Noam Dar and Will Ospreay. Ospreay victorious on that occasion, so Ligero looking to get back to winning ways. And for Joesph Conners, Alex, this is a chance in singles competition to seize the spotlight for himself after having to be in the shadow of Joe Hendry in tag team action for the past few weeks.
Well, what an opportunity it is for Joesph Conners, because I've got to tell you now, if all you know about Joesph Conners is he's on again tag team partnership with Joe Hendry, then you're in for a treat, because this guy is an incredible technician. But after what we saw from Ligero in a true show-stealing, jaw-dropping performance in the opening contest last week, I'm not sure Conners has picked the best opponent to beat. It's going to be a tough obstacle, a Mexican obstacle. Why elite, allegedly?
What?
I've never said anything.
Joesph Conners looking very seriously, very intensely at Ligero. We get ready for our opening contest on this week's Loaded, and let's talk a little bit more about that Dar Williams match that we've got coming up, and specifically the stipulation. If Noam Dar wins, he's going to take Doug Williams' spot at Refuse to Lose on October 6th against Cody Rhodes, the former WWE superstar. But if Dar loses, he is gone from WCPW forever.
Well, last week Doug Williams went all Nigel Farage, and this week he's a bit more Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. You know, he's young man, Noam Dar. You know what I mean when someone says, oh, young man in our age and your age. And that's exactly what he did. Whether or not Doug can back it up. I mean, we've known in the past Doug Williams to be one of the best British wrestlers of his generation, but Noam Dar is one of the best British wrestlers of this generation, so it's going to be a huge main event.
Ligero trying to escape that rear waistlock from Joesph Conners. You know, Alex, the thing that really strikes me about the way this match between Dar and Williams has been set up is that it came from such an innocuous thing. Dar clearly accidentally knocking into Williams' injured leg, and Doug, who's been very bitter as of late, it has to be said, taking exception, and things escalated very quickly from there.
As always, your mouth is working overtime, but your mind is on permanent vacation. How can you say you know for a fact that Noam Dar did not do that on purpose?
I know Noam Dar. He's not the kind of guy who would take a cheap shot like that in the locker room.
Well, I know Doug Williams, and he's not the kind of man to be petty.
You've seen him recently.
Well, I mean, you know, the Brexit affected people in different ways.
Yeah, some of us more extremely than others, apparently, according to what seems to have happened to Doug Williams. Anyway, let's focus on the matter at hand here, as El Ligero is...
I mean, look, there's even a Mexican in the first match. You can see Williams' point.
Oh, just stop it, will you? El Ligero, I was going to say, was cowering, but standing in the corner waiting for Conners to move away.
It's fair to say both men are on a roll in their opening contact. Oh my God, all three men are on a roll. That's amazing.
Oh.
That was more of a sausage roll than Linsky.
Yeah, I think Linsky may have popped a hip.
He popped the crowd. Although that's quite easy at WCPW. They're electric.
Conners backing El Ligero into the corner. Monkey flip, but he's held on. Both men got their shoulders down. It would have been a draw, I guess. Second time.
Oh, mirror image. Apart from the whole mask thing.
Ligero and Conners playing some mind games. That's got to be difficult to do, isn't it? Handshake while upside down. You ever done that?
Well, I had business meetings in Australia. Similar.
Right, I'm sorry I asked. Conners. Again, a little bit cautious. El Ligero, very unpredictable. He again applies that side headlock. Ligero bounces him off the ropes. Shoulder block, but Conners got the better of it. Again to the ropes goes Conners.
Oh, he caught him. Caught him good, but Ligero sends him off, goes for that hip toss, rolls through on a bridge. Pin attempt.
Ligero counters. Conners, I think, was maybe trying for a roll up. Again at the bridge, this time from Conners to escape the pin. Picks up Ligero, who lands behind him on his feet. Ligero with a leapfrog. That speed of El Ligero on display, as always.
Oh, but Conners, watch out.
El Ligero getting the better of Conners. At the moment, as rolls through on the sunset flip, Conners is going to pick up Ligero. That's great strength from Joesph Conners.
Look at that. And Joe Conners proving in those last few seconds, moments and minutes just how good he is and just how strong he is. It's like channeling the spirit of Davey Boy Smith, minus the dreads.
And Conners, after dropping Ligero after a long time in that delayed vertical suplex, believes he may be on the brink of picking up an important singles victory to confirm.
Oh, C4L!
Maybe going for it.
Well scouted on that C4L.
That cover. Ligero going to counter. I was about to say Conners on the brink of a victory that, in his own mind at least, would be an important milestone, to prove that he's on the same level as his tag partner, Joe Hendry.
Wow. Hangman's neckbreaker, twisting style. And Conners landed hard.
Ligero, lateral press. Conners kicks out. Interesting as well that Joe Hendry is not out here with Conners. I hear that that's at Conners' own request. Doesn't want Hendry out here giving him any kind of assistance, wants to prove that he can beat El Ligero on his own.
Well, it's a bit of a pointless point to make. Sometimes you're about as sharp as an uninflated beach ball, Dave. Of course, Conners doesn't want Hendry out here. Hendry's probably going to sing, steal the spotlight. This is about Conners. And Joesph Conners. It's still in my head. How many weeks it been now?
I don't know. I don't know how long things linger in your head. Glad I'm not in there.
It's fun. We're all having a great time.
How many are in there?
There's a few.
El Ligero, the snapmare on Conners. That rear chin lock.
I thought there was this one really excessive, irritating one. I realised it was my commentary partner.
Why are you being so rude today?
We make it so easy.
You should be excited. We've got an enormous main event.
I'm stressed for Doug. Do you know what it would do to Doug Williams if Noam Dar reaches Doug Williams' pay grade at Noam Dar's age? Oh! That was big. Doug could have a midlife crisis.
He's already having one, isn't he?
That's a bit offensive.
Also, why does Doug Williams want to have a spot in a match against Cody Rhodes if he's so opposed to imports coming over here and competing in WCPW?
Whoa! Oh!
Hang on, Ligero charging at Conners, countered into a body slam on the ring apron.
Well, to answer the point that you made earlier, not that it needs answering because the answer is obvious, but Doug Williams wants to prove to people he's still the man to beat, and who better to prove that against than Cody Rhodes? Everybody's talking about Cody Rhodes. It must drive Doug crazy. I dig Doug. That campaign
dig
slogan.
Doug.
I come up with that last week. I dig Doug.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hashtag I dig Doug.
Have you made those t-shirts yet?
Pro Wrestling Tees beat me to it.
Big power slam from Conners, got the leg hooked. Ligero kicks out at 2. Dig Doug. How many of these t-shirts are you expecting to sell?
Ask me that after Doug Williams sends Noam Dar back to America to the Cruiserweight Classics with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, maybe that's why Doug Williams really has such a big problem with Noam Dar, is that Dar is getting work with WWE at the moment.
It's just the youth of today. I mean, I don't want to sound like a grumpy old man, but they're so entitled.
Well, Doug Williams sounds like a grumpy old man. Why don't you just join the club? Conners got Ligero up. Into a bomb in the corner.
Wow. That's a game changer there.
Ligero going for a clothesline, but Conners did not go down. C4 out, maybe no. Went for the kick instead.
Conners was too far out for that C4L, and in mid-air, Ligero changed it into that, I don't know, what would you call it, a forwards enziguri? A back ziguri? Or a kick? Probably a kick.
You're the former British heavyweight champion.
Well,
Tell me.
I never did stuff like that. In my day, it was headlock, body slam, if you're lucky, Irish whip. That'd just come out.
How old are you?
You've probably got Wikipedia. You research that yourself.
You're not on Wikipedia.
Don't ask a former British heavyweight champion how old he is. It's rude.
Anyway, Conners going to charge at Ligero. Ligero charging back at him. Neither man is going down. Look at these two go.
Wow.
Victory so important to both of them. We've talked about why it is for Conners. Ligero, as I mentioned during his entrance, lost that triple threat match a week ago, so he's got something to prove as well.
It's starting to look a bit like a caveman mating ritual.
You've been watching Late Night Discovery Channel again, haven't you?
I love it.
Conners and Ligero have worn themselves out.
And in all seriousness, the pressure these two guys are feeling because the eyes of the world are watching WCPW loaded, and after last week's opening match, these two have got a lot to live up to.
Ligero maybe going for the fisherman suplex, countered by Conners, and now Ligero tilting the shoulders round, both men going for the small package win, and neither man getting it.
Oh,
Ligero, yeah, backside, but Conners rolled through.
Ace crusher, centre of the ring, game changer.
Could be a game ender. Cover. Has he got him? No. Not quite, but that was the closest near fall of the match so far.
Conners dug deep, and so he should, because after all of the fuss he's created around his tag team overshadowing by Joe Hendry, he is going to need a big, big win to settle the score and level the playing field.
Joesph Conners has certainly got his fans here among the crowd at WCPW.
But don't be surprised, he's a great British wrestling talent. He just can't sing as well as Joe Hendry. Oh, he went for that spalting DDT, and Ligero, small package. Ligero, these guys have each other's moves so well scouted. My God!
Variation on the ace crusher there by Conners. Goes for the cover another time. Both of these men, you see, are trying for the pinfall victory, and I think that's a product of the fact that they're both so exhausted, neither man is sure how much longer they can go at this pace.
And in the O2 Academy here in Newcastle, it's hot. Let me tell you, a hot venue like this will blow you up a lot faster.
Ligero in a precarious position on the ring apron. Conners trying to set him up for a suplex. Ligero countering. Conners just pounding away at the Mexican sensation. Again, he's going to try for the suplex. Has he done enough damage to get Ligero in? Ligero using that left knee for a second time to block the suplex. Oh, Conners hit the turnbuckle.
Don't forget, underneath that pad is a steel hook, and Conners took every ounce of it.
Ligero still groggy after that assault on the apron from Conners. Dangerous territory for both of these young men. Conners is determined to get a suplex from one part of the ring or another, isn't he?
Yeah, but now it's from the most dangerous part of all, from the top. Oh, and
hang on a second.
He's got someone in mind, and
Ligero maybe going for the sunset flip, maybe going for a powerbomb. Ligero may have just won the match right there.
And as Gorilla Monsoon would so legendarily say, that was right on his occipital vertical protuberance, the little bump on the back of your head.
Ligero going for the C4L. Conners had it scouted. Conners picks up Ligero. Ligero counters. Ligero wins. Ligero wins. What a counter by the Mexican sensation.
Well, I mean, it's a great opening match, but bad news for Joesph Conners, because he needed a win in that one very badly. Very badly.
El Ligero needed the win too, and he got one. El Ligero with a high-speed counter after Conners himself had countered Ligero's C4L, but it is the Mexican sensation victorious this week on Loaded.
Well, the crowd here chanting that was awesome, and it was for our opening contest. And I'll tell you, even though Conners didn't win, that is a good way for Conners to prove to the WCPW audience that he isn't just all show and no go, because he went, and he may have just won over the entire crowd here in the O2.
I tell you, if El Ligero and Joesph Conners needed a win, then both Doug Williams and Noam Dar do in the worst possible way. The stakes could not be higher for Noam Dar and Doug Williams. If Dar loses, he's out of WCPW. If he wins, he takes Williams' shot against Cody Rhodes on October 6th at Refuse to Lose. Dar and Williams, our main event on this week's Loaded.
Were you one of the unlucky few who couldn't get tickets for July's WCPW tapings? Well, make sure you pick up tickets for August, as they're already extremely limited. On August 24th, we'll be presenting a special live pay-per-view quality show, WCPW Stacked, featuring Moose vs Joe Coffey, the debut of the Women's Championship, Will Ospreay vs Marty Scurll. The WCPW Championship will be on the line. There'll be Joe Hendry, Joesph Conners, Big Damo, El Ligero, Primate, Grado, Drew Galloway, EC3, and GM'd by Eric Bischoff. Not just that, but on the 25th, we'll also be holding Loaded tapings featuring the Kurt Angle Invitational, a pinfall and submission elimination rumble to decide who gets to face the Olympic hero in October. Grab your tickets for August at wc.pw while you still can. The 2 days are looking absolutely stacked.